one of the organisations that I really commend is an organisation in the States called the Acumen Fund.
I know them very well.
Good. A lady called Jacqueline Novogratz started it, and she's brilliant, and I speak to them on a regular basis. And they've actually just launched what I call their long tail enterprise, really, to try and build grassroots support for what they do. And they're essentially a socially minded venture capitalist fund, and they're excellent. And they've got money from all the biggest philanthropists around the world. You can go on their website to see the hundreds of supporters. But what they haven't done before is tapped into the long tail or the grassroots supporters. And so I've had a few emails going back and forth with them this week talking about that. But essentially what they talk about, which I really, I put into this analogy really, everybody's familiar with the idea of, give someone a fish and they eat for today, give them a fishing rod or teach them how to fish and they can provide for their family. But I think what Acumen Fund are doing so well, and what I'm a firm believer in is, well, why stop at giving them one fishing rod? Why not give them 5 fishing rods and train them how to train others and actually let them create a business that can grow in your absence? And I think a lot of people stop at that second train of thought, and I would call it good, better, best. And sometimes you just need to give someone a fish. They're in a time of crisis and a fish is exactly what they need. But actually, if we're looking to the future for sustainable solutions, we need to be looking at the best option, which is actually not just giving them what they need, but giving them a surplus so that it can spill over to others in their community. And the knock-on effect of that is untold. It's the butterfly effect, really, where not only the sort of osmosis within their community, the knock-on effect with every wage earner in Africa normally looking after about 10 others, there's a magnification effect there, but also going down the generations as people become accustomed to this spirit of entrepreneurship, it has a huge effect as we go on. So yes, it's longer and harder and more effort and more commitment from typically Westerners to be involved in facilitating that process, but actually the results of doing that, going deep and going further with a community, are likely, in my opinion, to be way, way more dramatic in transforming that area or that community than just giving them a fishing rod. So I like how Acumen are taking it one step further, and they're really merging the charitable and the business worlds together and saying, actually, we can afford to have social benefit and profitability. For every £1 you give to Acumen, I think they say they attract 6 other pounds into that project. So I really like that philosophy, and it's something that I tend to work with on all the projects that I'm working on. How, if I get hit by a bus or I lose my way, does it all come crumbling down, or have I created an environment that grows in my absence? And I think that it wouldn't hurt for maybe more people to consider that.